Have you been feeling stressed and overwhelmed lately? Do you feel like no matter what you do, it seems like life is attacking you, like you can't find happiness? Then I have the perfect product for you. No, I'm just kidding. I have some insights for you. Also, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. I want to talk about the division between what's in our control and what's not in our control. I have trouble with this. A lot of people have trouble with this. Life is gonna get so much easier for you once you stop focusing on the things that are not in your control and start focusing on the things that are in your control. One of the main things that are not in your control, what people do, what people think, just actions and thoughts of other people. And then on the other side, what is in your control is how you react to that, what you allow those actions and thoughts to do with you, how you allow them to make you act. So all of that, like your mindset, your thoughts, your actions, they are in your control. But what other people think and do, that's not in your control. The other day I was talking to an ex-colleague of mine. Now she's a really good friend. I love her. And shout out to her. She's probably, I don't know if she's watching because she is subscribed to my channel. So maybe she'll see this. Hi. She gave me the best advice, and that is, let me explain first the issue. Sometimes I struggled with conversations with people where they used to express their limiting thoughts to me, and I would immediately get frustrated because I would be like, why are people putting their limiting thoughts on me? Like, if it's limiting them, it doesn't mean that it has to limit me. And I was talking to her about this, and she said, you know that it's a projection of them, right? Their limiting thoughts have actually nothing to do with you. Like, they might say, oh, you'll never achieve this, or it's going to be difficult, or there's a lot of people just like you, but that's because that's how they think. That thought has actually nothing to do with you. And I did realize this, but I just felt somewhere that if someone would express those types of things to me, that it would immediately affect me somehow. And then she told me a really, really great tactic is when someone expresses a limiting thought to you, observe, take a step back, and decide, what am I gonna do with this information? Am I gonna use it somehow, or am I just gonna let it fly? And most of the times it's just gonna be, I'm gonna let it fly. But this way, you create this like distance between what someone is saying, their energy, their thoughts, and your energy and your thoughts. And it's so important to create this distance because then whatever they say, it won't be able to like immediately hit you, affect you, you know? You create a distance, you like take a step back, observe, and decide, what am I gonna do with this information? Am I gonna take it? Am I gonna use a part of it? Am I just gonna like throw it in the bin? You get to decide for yourself what you do with it. And that's the most amazing thing. It creates that distance. It doesn't allow you to let other people's words affect you. Because other people's energy, that's their energy. Your energy is yours. They're in control of theirs. You're in control of yours. Do not take over another person's energy unless it's like something that inspires you, you know, unless they are somewhere where you want to be and, you know, they're giving you parts of their positive uplifting, of course, then accept it. But if we're talking about draining, limiting, all of those things, you can just close yourself off. Visualize a wall. Do this. This is also what she told me. It's so nice. It's like you physically block. If you don't want anything to affect you, you block it there. Then another thing that's not in your control is future circumstances. So you have to accept that we live in a world that's full of uncertainty. Lots of things can happen, things that you didn't prepare for, things that are just unexpected, which is also a great part about living and about the world. If you see it in a different light, you're going to see how amazing it actually is that unexpected things happen. And that you can kind of shape the world to make unexpected things in your favor happen. That's possible as well. But let's talk about Events in the world, they're not in your control. What is in your control is your mindset, how you show up, what you decide to do with this moment, with like this time that you have. Release attachment to the things that are not in your control. You know that you're in charge of your belief system. So you can believe that things will work out for you in the best way possible. But things outside of your control can happen in ways that you didn't imagine. But you should not let that change your belief. So even if something happens in the external world that's a bit unfortunate, you didn't prepare for it, you still know that you're in control of your belief system. This doesn't have to define what you believe. You can still believe that things will work out for you, and they will, but you are aware of uncertainty. You are aware that things that are a bit unfortunate, they could happen. But that doesn't mean that you're giving up. That actually means that you're letting go of this fear of uncertainty, of this fear of unfortunate things happening. Because that way, you're also not gonna do things out of fear. And because everything that you do out of fear is not in alignment with you, with the true you. If you're not in a relationship, you don't know when you're gonna find a partner. Yeah, that's out of your control. It is within your control to believe that you are gonna find a partner that's truly aligned with you. But you're also aware of things happening in the external where you have no control over it. You don't know when it's gonna happen, you don't know how it's gonna happen, but you still decide to believe that it is going to happen. But you release attachment. You're not acting out of this fear like, oh, I might never find a partner. Because if you act out of that fear, then you're gonna cling on to things. You're gonna accept red flags. You're gonna hang out with people that don't even like truly align with you. You're gonna chase someone that doesn't fit with you. You're gonna devalue yourself, degrade yourself, because you're acting out of this belief, I might never find someone. But if you have the belief, you control your beliefs, you remember that. If you start acting from the belief, I will find the person that's truly meant for me. But I let go. I let go of those thoughts of when is that going to happen? Where is that going to happen? The things that are outside of my control. But I believe that it is going to happen. Then you step into your full power. Then you're not letting those fears of worst case scenarios control how you show up in the world. The way that you show up in the world should always be from a place of peace, because the more at peace you are with yourself, with life, with the external, the more you will attract the things that naturally belong with you. The more that you'll attract good things, the more that you'll attract lucky things. You are at peace. You let go of this fear. You accept that things out of your control, they're not in your control. The external, we don't know. We don't know when things are going to happen. But you know what's in your control? Your mindset. You know what's in your control? What you decide to say to yourself every single day, how you speak to yourself, how you notice little things in the world, how you decide to add a bit of magic to this world like you did when you were a child. Like, look at something outside and see the magic in it. Be grateful for living, for breathing, for being here. That's all in your control. So stop focusing on things that are not in your control. When will I find a partner? When will I don't know, find the perfect job? When will things take off on social media? When will I get followers? When will I be famous? When will I get a lot of money? All of those things are not in your control. What's in your control is your mindset, your actions, taking care of yourself, drinking water, eating healthy food, working out, getting some exercise in, noticing the small things, making small connections with people. Go out and have a little talk with someone about something random, go out in nature, have a walk, find some beautiful things, like surround yourself with things that inspire you, inspire yourself, do something new, learn something. Like, all of those things are in your control. And there's always a way. Even if you're struggling right now, there is always a way to inspire. There's always a way to learn something new. If you have the internet, if you have your phone, you can look up stuff, you can learn things. You can post things, you can inspire people. Just by the way that the more that you show up true to yourself, the more you're gonna inspire people around you. And that's such an amazing feeling, because suddenly someone realizes that something is possible because of you. Because of you. Because the moment that you start focusing on your internal world, then you attract the things in the external that aren't in your control. You attract the job that aligns with you. You attract the person that aligns with you. You attract opportunities that align with you. I hope that you understand this, because this is so important. Like, you can't focus on things out of your control in your world without, like, you just can't. You can only focus on what's within you, like how you radiate, what you radiate. The closer you are to your true self, like, that's actually the only way. The only way to get the things that you actually want in this world is to be close to who you are, to figure out who you are, and to express yourself exactly as you are, or in the way that you like want to achieve your deepest desires. Like, what is it that you want? Who is it that you want to be? And express that as closely as you can to the true you, because then immediately the people that are not supposed to be with you, they will leave. The opportunities that are not supposed to be with you, they will go. Like, you maybe lose your job, you maybe lose the place where you're living right now, but it's all falling apart to create something that is true to you. Trust that. Don't be scared of ruining something. Like, it's necessary to ruin your life to create something that is meant for you. Because if you've already built something and it's not meant for you, then you're supposed to ruin that first in order to make space and create something that is meant for you. I'm talking about this in such a passionate way because that's exactly what I did. I literally changed my entire life, my entire course of direction. And yes, it was scary. Yeah. At points I thought, what the hell am I doing? Am I ever, like, what is it? What am I doing? But I did it, you know? I did it. And now I'm starting to live a life that's true to me. And went from being a lawyer to being a struggling artist right now. And sometimes I wake up and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? But I've never been happier. I've actually never been happier. Like, when I was working in the legal world, doing everything that I was supposed to do every single day, I was so unhappy. Yes, I had stability. Yes, I had a stable salary. Like, I felt like, okay, this is the path. This is the path to create a stable foundation to build my life. But that's not the only path. There are so many paths, and the closer you are to yourself, to your desires, to what it is that you actually want to express in this world, like, which footprint do you want to leave? The closer that you are to that, the happier you're going to be. And that might not be a carved out path. That might be a path that you have to carve yourself. But that in the end is so fulfilling. It's so fulfilling. Have your own direction in life that you decide. You decide what you do. And you have all that power. It's just really important that you know that all of that starts from you, your mindset, your actions, your thoughts. And then that way, you get to create this energy. You get to radiate, like, in a certain way where you will just attract things that are supposed to be in your life. But that also only happens if you let go of those things. I would never be able to be where I am right now, to live this life that I'm living right now, if I was worried constantly about things that are not in my control, about what's going to happen tomorrow, or what will people think. The more you are concerned with that, you're wasting your precious energy on things that you do not control. So you're not getting anywhere. I hope that you understand what I'm saying, because sometimes I feel like my thoughts are a bit scattered, but in the end, everything comes together. You know, everything comes together. But it starts with this. The biggest way to let go of doubts, of worries, of fear is to realize when you're worried about something, when you're feeling anxiety about something, you have to ask yourself, is it something that I can control? And then look for the parts about this thing that you can control. Oh, I can control how I react to it. I can control if I let it define me. I can control if I let it affect my entire day and progress, you know? Okay, I feel like I've spoken a lot right now. I hope that this helps you. I hope that you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Better be there.